Hello, in front of me I have Redmi Note 15 Pro Plus, and in this video I'm going to show top 20 tips and tricks on this phone. Okay, so let's begin. Let's open up the settings and we can begin with the high refresh rate. To set it, go to display and brightness, scroll down a little bit and find refresh rate. You can select the default mode. Thanks to that, the refresh rate will be automatically adjusted based on the scenarios. You can read about it on the screen. For example, if your battery drops below 20%, the refresh rate will be set to 60 to simply save the battery. But if you want to keep highest refresh rate, 120 Hz all the time, you can select the custom, then click on refresh rate down below and you can select 120 all the way. Down below, as you take a look, a new option has appeared, option using high refresh rate, and in here we'll be able to select the apps which will use high refresh rate. For example, you can turn off certain apps or enable them. Okay. Next thing is the automatic brightness. As you take a look, currently it's enabled. Sometimes it's good, sometimes it's bad. It's up to you. Do you want to keep this feature enabled? When it comes to me, I don't like when the brightness gets adjusted without my permission, so that is why I'm turning it off. And when it comes to manual adjustment of the brightness, you can do it right in here, or of course through the quick bar. Okay. We can also change our theme. It can be light or dark. It's up to you which mode you like more. In my case, for now, I'll stick to light one, but when it comes to dark one, it consumes less battery. So you need to have that in mind. You can also enable the dark mode options. For example, in here we have this toggle. Your device will switch to dark mode around the scheduled time when you turn off the screen. And in here you can select sunset to sunrise, or for example you can set the custom hours, or you can enable the dark mode for individual apps. So for example, currently I'm using the light one, of course, but let's say that in booking I will use the dark mode. Let me find the app. It's right in here. Maybe a different app. Something that doesn't... Oh, actually, let me skip it. But I'm sure that you know how to use that. But for now, I'm about to turn it off. Let's go back though. And now, let's go with some AI features. Go to Xiaomi HyperOS, and then here click on AI Boost, and here we have the whole list. AI Writing, Dynamic Wallpapers, Creativity Assistant, Translate Conversation, AI Interpreter, and the AI Subtitles. Let's begin with the AI Writing. It's used in the notes. So let me open up the notes right in here. Let's create a new note. And in here, on our keyboard, we have this pencil icon, and that is our AI. In here, as we take a look, we have some 3 suggested prompts. That's an example what we can create thanks to the AI. We just need to enter our prompt. You can also enable or disable the dip thing. If you enable it, you'll have more detailed answer from the AI. So let's say, actually, let's say that we want to create a fitness plan. I'm about to use the suggested prompt. As you take a look, everything is being generated. We just gotta keep waiting until it's finished. Okay, if you want, you can rewrite it. Of course, the AI will do the job for you. But if you want to save, click on Done. And as you take a look, we have our new fitness plan. If you tap on it once again, if you have the text already in your note, you can summarize the text, use the proofreading function, you can use the extension, You can also polish the text. You can make it more general, professional, simple, or friendly. So for example, let's try to summarize it. Okay, that's our summary. We can regenerate it, copy it, or insert it as original. If you go back, now let's try to make it more professional. For example, let's use the polish function. Okay, but we need to select less text. Okay, so maybe something else. Maybe let's use the extension function. No, still less text. Okay. So let's select maybe up to this. Okay, and let's try to make it more professional. Okay, you can see the changes on the screen. Everything's being generated. Okay, we can click on done, and it has been replaced. Of course, that's an example. You can do many more things. Maybe let's try to generate something else as a new note. Our pencil icon, and what else? Maybe a shopping list for a steak. Okay, let's see what will happen. We have a dinner recipe. Click on done, and as you take a look, it also worked and everything has been generated. Okay, so that's the AI in the notes. Let's get back to the settings, and now let's go to the AI Dynamic Wallpapers. In here we have a quick tutorial how to use it. Let's click on Start. In here you can use already generated wallpapers, for example this one. I should take a look. It's dynamic, it's moving. You can click on Apply, but you can create your own. I did it. Click the plus button and select a photo from your gallery. I have used this one. It took a little bit before it was generated, so let me cancel it for now, and let me show you the already created wallpaper. This one, I should take a look. It's rotating this plant. You can click on Apply. We can do it for the lock screen and the home screen. It's up to you. I can select it as a lock screen maybe, and now I'll show you that on my lock screen I have this generated wallpaper. You gotta know that this consumes more battery than usual, than a static wallpaper. Alrighty, next thing is the Creativity Assistant. Thanks to that, we can edit our photos. We have the things such as Ultra HD, enhance image clarity, and restore fine details with one tap, bring blurry photos back to life effortlessly. And we have the AI Beautify, the AI Image Extension, and AI Erase, the Cutout, AI Film. Let me show you. Maybe let's begin with the AI Erase. Let's click the Edit button in our gallery, click on Agree. Also, if you want to use those features, the AI features, you gotta be signed in into your Xiaomi account. If you don't have it, don't worry, it's completely for free. You can sign in or use your Google account. It's really easy. Okay. Down below we have the adjustment features, markup, create, portrait, adjust, I have wanted to show you the erase. So it will be under Create, select Erase. And you don't need to allow for notifications. Or actually you have to, my bad. Okay, select Erase. You cannot circle the object or wipe it by, just scrubbing on the screen like that. Or you can select the circle option, just like I have said before. And we can remove objects, people, remove glare, remove reflection, and we have the manual adjustment. And we are in here selecting the size of the circle. But let's use the erase, remove objects, and let's say that I want to remove this logo. So let me select it. It should find a perfect shape, okay. And now click on Start. Okay, it's set. There was an error, weird thing. Let's try again. Start. Let's keep waiting. And let's take a look. It worked perfectly. If you want to save the changes, hit this button. Click on Save above if you want. That was the original photo. And in here we have the photo with erased logo. So that's how it worked. In here, maybe on this photo, let's try to use other feature. We can use the Ultra HD, for example. Click on Confirm. Okay, in here, let's tap on Ultra HD. And let's see what will happen. As you hold this button, you'll be able to see the changes. What has happened. Not much, but you can click on Save. Oh, when it comes to this photo, I don't see many changes. But I highly recommend to try out those features on your own. Okay, let's go back to the settings. Xiaomi HyperAI, AI App Boost, and now let's use the AI Translate conversation. In here, again, we have the tutorial how to use this feature. You can enable to turn on the mic automatically if you are interested, or enable the automatic language recognition, pretty useful. But let's click on Start. In here, let's say that we are planning a trip and we are going to... Actually, in here we have this simplified Chinese, so let's say that we are in China and we want to speak to person, but this person doesn't know English, it only knows Chinese. So that's when the Translate Conversation feature comes in hand. Pretty useful thing. In here, we just need to click the blue microphone icon, and we need to speak in English, and everything will be translated to the simplified Chinese. The subtitles will generate. Let me show you. Excuse me, can you please tell me where is the nearest gas station?
打扰一下，请问最近的加油站在哪里?
And I should take a look. It has been generated, and also the AI tells the sentence in simplified Chinese. And now this person can answer us by clicking this. She answers in Chinese, and everything will be generated back to English, so we'll know the answer. And we also have the different orientation in this app. The conversation mode, you just gotta click on this icon in the top left corner. We have vertical or face to face. We can also swap the sides. So that we are an English speaker, so we are holding our phone like that. We have the person in front of us. We just click right in here. It will be generated You can also see that it's reversed, so so the person in front of us can read it without a problem, and then he just needs to tap this icon, tell us the answer, and then we will have our subtitles running here.
And then we'll have our subtitles running.
Really easy feature, so but really useful. As we go to the translate conversation settings, we can enable or disable the play translation. We can also enable the automatic recognition of the language. We have the playback tone, it can be female or male, and we also have the speed that we can adjust. So that's the feature. For some people, it may be useful. Now you know how to find it. Okay, we have the AI interpreter, but currently I'm not able to show you. In here you'll be able to see that we can enable it from the side toolbox. When it comes to the side toolbox, I'll show you where you can enable it. And you'll be able to translate the conversation between both parties in real time for barrier-free communication. You just need to open up the sidebar and then tap on this icon. I'll show you the sidebar within a few minutes, so don't worry. And we also have the AI subtitles. It can generate subtitles based on the sound. In here we also have the tutorial. Recognize and translate between Chinese, English, Japanese, and Korean, transcribe device and external audio, and create bilingual subtitles, perfect for meetings, online classes, watching videos, accessibility, and more. We can click on start. And now it's listening to the system audio. For example, when I'll play now some video on the YouTube.
My bestie and I.
Let's say that from our channel, one of the videos, let's say this one. But first we gotta watch the ad. Okay.
Set up Windows 11 on your Dell Pro 14 without a Microsoft account. So in order to do this, we're gonna have to skip the first couple steps of the setup because we're gonna have to do them once again after that. So let's just press enter a couple of times until we get to the Wi-Fi selection screen. Now, if you have already connected to the Wi-Fi, then you either have to...
And that's how this feature works. In here, as you tap on this window, you can expand it, and in here we have the already saved subtitles. If you tap the settings, you can select the sound language from this list. Change the target language, select the audio source, select the size of the text, select the background color, black or transparent, and in here we have the all settings of this feature. If you want to close it up, simply hit the X button. And you can also add it as a shortcut to your home screen. You can click on Create, and it has appeared right in here. So we'll have a quick access to it. Okay. And now let's go to that sidebar that I was talking about before. So you'll be able to use this AI translation from the sidebar that I was showing you before. To get access to the sidebar, go to Additional Settings, scroll down, find Gesture Shortcuts, and now the gestures, my bad. We can click on Floating Windows, Side Toolbox, and in here enable the sidebar. And it has appeared right in here. You just gotta slide from the edge to the middle, and we have the sidebar. It's also pretty useful. In here we can add our most necessary apps. Also, if you tap on one of the icons, it will launch in the floating window. But more about floating windows later. So for now, I'm about to turn it off. Close the window. When it comes to the settings of the side toolbox, in here we can enable the in-game shortcuts. We can also enable the video toolbox. Why not? Use tools and effects while watching videos. And we also have the call toolbox. Use beautify and other features during full screen audio and video calls. In here we can manage the video apps and the gaming apps also. Okay. Actually, let's go to the other things before. Of course, I'll show you the floating windows and also the split screen, so don't worry. But now, if you want to play some games on your device, you can also enable the performance mode for your battery. To do it, find battery in the settings, go to current mode, and while you are playing games you can enable the performance mode. But remember that it will consume more battery and device may heat up. So you shouldn't use it for a long period of time, because you know overheating your device is not the best thing. We should avoid things like that. But if, let's say that we are playing 2 hours a day, so nothing wrong will happen if you use that mode for 2 hours. But you shouldn't use it all the time. We can also go to the battery protection, and in here it's good to select the intelligent charging. To extend battery lifespan, the system will learn how you charge your device and stop charging when battery level reaches 80% in applicable situations. Same thing. Overheating your device, overcharging your device is not the best thing, and we should also, avoid things like that. But if you want, you can also enable the battery protection if you are interested. Okay, let's go back. And now, let's go back to additional settings. Now let's go to gestures. And in here, we have some gesture shortcuts that we can enable. So, for example, we have the 3-finger screenshot. Pretty useful thing. In here, the usual way of taking a screenshot is by clicking the power key and volume down, just like that. The screenshot has been taken. Let's just take a look. But we can also use the slide 3 fingers down screenshot. It's, for example, more comfortable when our device is laying flat like that. We can just slide and the screenshot gets taken. We also have this scroll shot, but to use it we gotta have more information and the bar that allows us to scroll up or down. And in here, as you take a screenshot, you can click the scroll and you'll create a scroll screenshot that will go from upside to the downside. If you want to save it, hit this button. Let me show you that it actually worked. And that's our scroll shot, so let's click on that. And we have a long screenshot of whole page. Pretty long thing. Okay. Back to the settings and to gestures. We have the partial screenshot also. We just gotta hold 3 fingers on the screen and now select the part of the screen. Just like that. You can also select the custom shape. And we should also have possibility to use this shape. Okay. And now let's say that I can even draw a star and save it by clicking this button. Everything fully works. Okay, we also have the shortcut to launch the camera. We can press the power button twice and double press volume down while the phone is locked. Let's do it from the level of the home screen first. Let's double click. Boom, the camera launches. Everything works. We can start taking photos. And also when the screen is off. But this time we gotta double click volume down and the camera app also launches. Pretty cool shortcut. Okay. Next gestures. We can also turn on the torch by double pressing power button, but we will see notification that we need to replace it with launching the camera. So it's up to you which gesture you like more. You gotta pick one option. Currently the flashlight is turned off. I'll double click the power button and I should take a look. It has turned on. I'll repeat, it turns off. Everything works. Okay. We also have the back tap as a custom gesture. We have the double back tap and the triple. And in here we can select what will launch. For the double back tap, let's say that we can take a screenshot. In here we have a preview where to tap. And let's say for the triple, it will launch the recorder. Okay. So let's try with the double tap first. I have tapped in here, in this area. Screenshot gets taken. Now let's do it. Let's do the triple tap. And the recorder app has launched. I should take a look. So everything worked. In my personal opinion, it's done better, for example, than in the Motorola's, because on Motorola devices we also have this back tap, but sometimes it is really hard to find, the right spot. In here, it's really easy. You're holding your phone like that in your one hand. In here you have your finger, and you just gotta tap in this area. Really easy thing. Double tap, screenshot gets taken. Triple tap. In my case, recorder is being launched. Really easy thing. But for some people, it may be useful. This custom gesture. Okay, let's go to that floating windows that I was talking about before. Again, we are in additional settings. Scroll down, go to special features, and let's click on not the memory extension, but floating windows. In here, we have a tutorial how to what we can do with the floating windows, how to minimize up, how to move the floating window across the screen, how to resize the windows, and how to open them. So, let's go. We have a few ways how to enter this floating window. Just like I was showing you, we can do it from the level of the sidebar. So let's say that I will open up the notes. As you take a look, it has launched. The app is still fully responsive. I can create a new note, even use the AI, and in the meantime, I can do some other things. For example, I can do the research in the internet. Everything is up to you. So, to adjust the size of the floating window, you gotta grab its edge. And that's how you can expand the floating window. To change its position on the screen, we have those three dots. We just gotta grab it, and we can change the position. If you tap, you can open up the app in the full screen. You can also enter the split screen from this level by clicking this icon or this next to it. Or you can click this, and you will, copy the floating window, and you have notes opened in two windows. So for example, you can create multiple notes almost at the same time, and you can quickly switch between them, and also in the meantime do some other things. For example, listen to a podcast. So that's the thing. We can also enter the floating screen from the level of the app. But to do it, you gotta use gestures as a navigation method. Simply drag from the bottom and then to the top right corner. Now release, and as you take a look, it has opened in a floating window. And you can also do it from the level of the recent apps. Simply hold and hit this icon. And it also opens, so we have a multiple way how we can enter the floating window. Okay, now the split screen. We can do it already from the level of floating window. Right in here, we can use one of these icons. And now simply select the second app that you want to open. Let's say that I will launch maybe calculator. Just like that. And now as you take a look, the screen has been perfectly split in half. On the top we have the notes, on the bottom we have the calculator, so we can create some notes, and in the meantime we can count something. It is up to you, but remember that not each app works in the split screen and also in the floating window. For example, I think that camera doesn't work in the floating window, if I'm not wrong. Yeah, and also in the split screen. So sometimes it depends. Okay, we can also enter the split screen from the level of the recent apps. Not like that, but we gotta hold and then click on this icon. And now we just need to have the second app opened in the recents and then tap on that and it will open in the floating window. But if you tap again, you can select directly from the level of your home screen. For example, I think that Chrome should work. Yeah. No, something has lagged. So let's do it again. And now, as you take a look, the Chrome is fully responsive. Everything works. And same thing with the calculator. Pretty useful thing for productivity things. Okay, now let me show you how you can add some widgets to your home screen. To do it, hold on an empty space on your home screen and then go to Widgets. And here we have some suggested widgets. You can keep scrolling down and select the widgets that you like. As you take a look, we have a lot of them. Let's say that I want to add this cute cat with the clock. Simply hit add. Remember that you need to have enough space on your home screen to add it. Also, if you place it between the apps, they will reorganize to make some space for your widget. But let's say I want it in that place. And if you want to save, hit the button in the top right corner. And now we have this beautiful animated widget with the current hour. So that's the widgets, really easy thing. Okay, now let me show you how you can create a backup of the data. When it comes to me, I always have the backup of my data because we never know what will happen. So to create a backup, go to Settings, then About Phone, scroll down, click on Backup and Restore, and we have multiple ways to create a backup. We have the mobile device backup. We can copy this mobile backup to our computer. We can use the Xiaomi Cloud and also the Google backup. But remember that when you create a mobile device backup, it will be stored in the internal storage of your phone. So for example, if your device, if you factory reset your device, the backup will be also lost. So that is why it's good to copy it to the computer. If you don't know how to do it, on our channel you can find a video how you can do it. It's really easy. So you can watch it if you want. But when it comes to me, I prefer the Xiaomi Cloud or the Google backup because it's simply stored in the cloud. We can click on Xiaomi Cloud first, click on Continue, click on, you can merge the notes that are stored in the cloud. Okay, we can merge them, why not? And now go to Settings, Tab, go to App Permissions, and you gotta allow for everything that's not selected. So thanks to that, we'll copy the SMS messages, phone things, notifications, contacts, calendar, call logs, camera settings, and of course our apps, our gallery, etc., etc. Okay, and now go back In here, you gotta make sure that you have some free cloud storage space. If you don't have enough, you can click on Manage. You can activate the cloud membership. You'll have to pay for that to get more storage space. Or you can simply, for example, delete your old backups. For example, this one is from the April, so I can delete it. And also even this one. I'll leave this one in here because I have made it yesterday, so it's still pretty useful. And now let's take a look. We have a lot of storage space that we can use. Now to create a backup, go to Backups, click on Allow, and click on Backup Now. As you take a look, it will take from 5 to 10 minutes, so we gotta keep waiting until it's finished. It shouldn't take long, but let's keep waiting. Okay, everything has been backed up successfully. We click on Done, and now it's safely stored in our Xiaomi cloud. Remember, of course, that if you want to restore the data later in the future, for example, on your different Xiaomi device or Redmi, you'll have to be signed into the exact same Xiaomi account to restore the data, of course. And also we have the Google backup. Hit the button. You gotta make sure that the photos and videos and other device data are enabled. In my case, I gotta manually turn on the photos and videos. Okay, click on Let's Go. I don't need notifications. We can go back. And in here, as you tap on other device data, that's the Google account that we're currently signed into. And it's the same thing, just like with the Xiaomi account. If you want to restore the data later on a different device, you'll have to be signed into the exact same Google account. And same thing, of course, with the storage space, you need to have enough. And now, to create the backup, go back and hit this button. The process will begin. Okay, in here, a circle has appeared and it's fulfilling. Basically, when it disappears, it means that our backup has been successfully created. If everything goes fine, we'll also see notification on the bottom of the screen. So, again, we gotta keep waiting, but it shouldn't take much time. But everything depends how much apps you have, how many photos you have. In my case, it shouldn't take that long. So let's keep waiting. Okay, we could see notification that our data has been backed. Also, if you click on other device data, you can take a look on the backup details. I mean, that's a confirmation that everything worked. Okay, and now as a last thing, let me show you how you can check for updates. It's also in the settings. Go to About Phone. In here we can already see the update button. We can tap on that. And in here we have notification that we can download the update. So we can do it. The process will begin, and after that, we'll have to restart our phone. I mean reboot it, and the new version will be applied. Alright, and that's all in this video. Thank you all for watching. If you found this video helpful, please leave a like, comment, and subscribe.